Third time's a charm is what everyone thought when Harvey married his current wife, Marjorie, after 2 failed marriages, and for years it seemed like they finally found their happily ever after. But what happens if it's suddenly revealed that his seemingly perfect family was all a lie because, all along, his wife was just using him? Keep watching until the end of this video because Steve Harvey's biological kids reveal how Marjorie used and dumped their father. Steve Harvey's kids do not like their stepmom, Marjorie. When Steve Harvey married Marjorie in 2007, he already had multiple children from his past 2 marriages, and Marjorie had a few kids from her past marriages as well. After their marriage, Steve and Marjorie combined the 2 families and created one big family. On the outside, they seem like the perfect representation of a blended family that gets along really well. However, some sources say that this might not be true. Apparently, even when the 2 were just about to get married and they took all of their kids on a trip, Steve and Marjorie's daughters were not on board with the idea of marriage happening between the both of them. Steve recalls the incident and said, "All the girls went bowling, came back and decided they didn't want us to get married and said they don't think it's the right thing to do. The 4 girls? Just total mayhem. Totally against it." There's also an ongoing rumor that despite the efforts of both Steve and Marjorie to create a good relationship between themselves and their children, Steve's eldest twin daughters never liked their stepmother. An insider said that the twins did not like Marjorie because of her history of dating wealthy men and then dumping them once the men lost their money. This speculation is even more plausible given that Steve and Marjorie currently have no prenuptial agreement. Steve Harvey's biological children speculate that Marjorie has always been after their father's money with a plan of leaving him at some point. Another rumor states that the eldest daughters feel like the current family setup only really benefits Marjorie's children because they got to have Steve's last name and are now part of his will, which caused jealousy between the step-siblings, especially from the side of Harvey's biological children. However, going off of the twins' birthday greeting post in 2020 for Marjorie on Instagram that says, "We're celebrating and enjoying our time with family. Happy birthday at Marjorie_Harvey." It seems like the rumor might not be true at all. With such a big family that has a very complicated past, it's inevitable to have problems within the family. However, this story doesn't just finish with a sibling rivalry, because we will talk more about Steve Harvey's wife, Marjorie, and how a rumor about her has garnered so much attention. Marjorie Harvey's cheating rumors and her shady past. There's a reason why the Family Feud host and his personal life are at the center of attention right now, and it all has to do with his wife. A few days ago, someone on the internet claimed that Marjorie had been cheating on Harvey with his bodyguard and personal chef. The tweet that allegedly started it all was made by user @MrBlackOG and said, "Steve Harvey's wife Marjorie cheated on him with his bodyguard and now she wants the divorce. She's also demanding for $200 million of his worth." Women. And even without any source backing it, the internet went into a frenzy and easily believed the tweet. A single tweet has caused everyone to start talking about the Harveys, especially about Marjorie, digging dirt to see if there is anything in her past that might have warned us about her cheating. Just like Steve, Marjorie was married twice before she got married to the Family Feud host, and the 2 men she was married to were questionable people, to say the least. Marjorie's first marriage was with Jimmy L. Townsend, and then the second one was with Donald Woods, both drug dealers. Because of this, Marjorie lived quite a lavish lifestyle during her marriages before the illegal activities of her husbands caught up to them. A lot of people saw this as a red flag because how could you stay with people like that? And 2, she immediately filed a divorce from the 2 after they got caught by the law. This is quite interesting, given that Marjorie didn't seem to have any problem with staying married to her husband when it still benefited her and her lavish lifestyle, but immediately dipped when they were no use to her anymore. Understandably, she might leave a few years after her husband gets arrested, but she didn't even hold out for that long. However, her first husband does talk very highly of his ex-wife and said in his tell-all book, "Be mindful all this time, we talking even while she was dating. I could call her anytime, day or night. I'll show you how close we were. 3 days before she got married to Steve Harvey, we talked. She told me. She said, 'Jimmy, you know what? Steve, he's so much like my dad.'" This statement shows that Steve did not ask Marjorie to stop talking to her previous husband. And it also implies that he thinks Steve is a good man and the one who won because Marjorie adores her father. But Marjorie could have said that because she knew that Steve could provide the lavish lifestyle that she was used to, and that Steve would father her children. Another sign that netizens believe to be pointing towards that Marjorie was indeed cheating on Steve was a clip from her appearance on the show that Steve hosts, Family Feud. In the show, Steve jokingly asked, "Some days I'd be willing to trade my man for really good what?" Marjorie answered by saying, "A pool boy."
Pool boy?
These are mostly baseless rumors that a person on the internet wants to create the narrative that women are gold diggers and ridiculous Steve for being a simp because he is choosing to stay with Marjorie despite cheating on him. Steve and Marjorie Harvey slams the rumors. Almost a week after the rumors started circulating, both Steve and Marjorie let it be known that their marriage was doing fine and that there was no cheating. In an event that Steve was invited to, he addressed the cheating rumors and said, "I'm fine, Marjorie fine, I don't know what y'all are doing, but find something else to do, cause we fine. Lord have mercy. Sometimes you wanna respond, but I ain't got no time for rumor and gossip. God had been good to me. I'm still shining." Marjorie also went on to Instagram to release her own statement. "My husband and I don't usually stop to address all the foolishness and lies that have been spread about us. However, to whom much is given, much is required. I understand that with my platform comes some sort of responsibility to those that may not be as strong as we are." This entire situation was probably such an exhausting experience for the two because they're probably too old for this kind of controversy. When you're in your 60s, you don't really expect yourself in a cheating scandal. With both of their statements now out, it is now confirmed that the speculations about the cheating are not true. A lot of information about the relationship within this family that are currently being analyzed by the public will probably never be confirmed or denied. However, it might be too late for these statements to stop the misogynistic narrative built around the marriage of the Harveys. So what do you think about the Harvey family and their feud? Do you think there was some truth to the cheating and gold digging rumors? Or was it all just an unfounded tweet? What do you think about Marjorie's rather shady past? And do you think Steve might have made the wrong choice of marrying someone with such a background? We would like to hear your thoughts, so let me know your opinions and join the conversation in the comments section below.